We check in on the Domino's postgame report with Carson-Newman Headman's basketball coach Chuck Benson. I'm Cavalier. Chuck, probably a little bit more interesting in the final 209 than you would like, but for the first time this century, you have back-to-back wins at a place that is very tough to play in Goodman Gym. What did you see out of your team to get the job done in spite of some self-inflicted wounds, but still able to execute late?
A few things. First back-to-back in this century. So in the 2000s?
Yes.
Outstanding. Well, you saw it, Cav. I mean, we tried everything in the world to lose that game. And that was frustrating because I guess the heat of the moment, some guys got excited. But despite our best efforts to surrender the win, we held on just enough, and we'd done just enough for the first 36 minutes of the game to be able to pull away there. And I'm happy. I'm happy for our players. I'm really proud of the resiliency they showed. We knew Catawba was going to make a run, which they did, but then we countered it, and that counter, of course, was led by Luke Brannigan.
He goes off tonight, 34 points. That's a career high. He's scored 56 in his last two games in this building. His mom was in the gym tonight, hyper-effective, 10 of 16 from the floor.
Yeah. If Mama Brannigan's being here, it motivates him like this, I'll personally send a chauffeur to drive her to wherever we play, whenever we play. That's one. Secondarily, I don't know what she gave him, but I saw as I went to the locker room a package of some kind. A Walmart bag type thing. I'm assuming there's some kind of goodies in there for him and Nick. Again, if that's what it is, I know somebody in Jefferson City who is an elite cook by the name of Miss Cavalier. And I will personally, Ms. Cavalier, I will personally contract with her to replicate these goodies, if that's what it takes for older Brannigan to be as otherworldly as he was tonight.
He's had the three-point game throughout his career. You know about that. His rim attack was at a second level tonight.
I think some of that was because Pelote got in foul trouble. And I thought, especially to start second half, he and our other players did a great job of trying to exploit the foul situation that Pelote was in. He had three, so we sort of thought he might be a little bit passive, and he was to start. But I thought Luke got some confidence going to the basket and continued to go back that well multiple times and was getting paid off for going. So I'm happy for them. I'm happy. Like KT and I were talking before the game. I was like, last time we were down here, Luke and Tripp, I think, had 42, 44 between the two of them. I said, we really need our guards to do something. We knew it was going to be hard for Tripp. First game back after a month. Hadn't been practicing, all that. But then I thought Wren really stepped up and gave us some quality minutes, too. And so, I'm pleased. I'm pleased. And we're not even talking about – we not got that big Ivan, Yvonne, as you like to call him.
That's the correct pronunciation of his name.
You say potato, I say potato.
And you would be wrong by saying potato.
Tomato.
You're not British, so you'd still be wrong. If you were from England, I'd accept it, but you're not. You're from Newport.
Don't we all know?
Which is about as far as from England as you can
we
get.
all know that. So, but very pleased with our guys.
Catawba gets hot second half, shoots 57% from the field, but yet you got the stops where you needed them. The classic Chuck Benson moment. Catawba's got the ball with, I think, 5.6 seconds left. Down by 3, and no shock with you as head coach. You're going to foul.
We're going to foul. We're not going to let you break our hearts into overtime and inspire your team and your bench. I'm sure Coach Perrin had addressed that as a possibility, so I'm sure he wasn't surprised, but we did it, and it sort of paid off, I guess. There was another possession where we completely went – the next possession we go nuts. So, but in that moment, I think it was the right decision. And I've been on the other side of that too, where I've been a part of other teams where we've lost games because we didn't make that decision. So, moving forward, I think there's no hidden secrets on that one. If we're up 3 and it's late, we're gonna foul you. So.
Caleb Robinson came in as the league's leading scorer. He got his tonight. Just the second guy this season since let's call that you've had enough of a sample size since December for a guy that leads their team in scoring to go above their average in 23 points. But He needed 18 shots
Yeah.
to do it and needed to get to the free throw line a bunch. What did you see out of your defense tonight, especially on Robinson impacting his efficiency and Pelote, who granted only played 19 minutes because of foul trouble, but came in and averaging 21 and held him to 9.
He was 2 of 11 the first half. We told our team, there ain't no way this dude's going to just put it into cruise control. He's going to come out and be really hungry to try to get his shots up. And so that wasn't surprising. I am glad that he did it in a really inefficient manner. But he's an athlete. He's skilled. He's very confident. He found confidence earlier this year when Catawba had some guys out for a variety of reasons. But it wasn't surprising he did what he did. We were a lot more interested, to be honest, in trying to make sure we impacted Pelote, which that happened, and Michael Hewitt, which that happened. The other kid, where is he? I'm going blind. We got these.
Lamar, Washington.
Lamar, he was averaging 14 a game. So, you're not going to stop them all. But we had determined that we wanted to try to stop certain ones, and I thought we held on and did an okay. I wasn't, get the win. I wasn't as pleased with our defense, especially late in the game. But overall, hey, Kev, look, it's a win, man.
On the road.
What are we talking about? It's a win. We'll take it.
You mentioned him earlier, and we'll pronounce his name correctly because it's Ivan Hodgic, double digits for the first time in his career, 10 points, 2 boards, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Playing without Josh Butts tonight. Yeah. Hodgic fills the role of that backup middle forward, and what did you see out of the big man out of Canisius?
Well, like you said, he was 6 for 6 from the line, 50% in the field. Had some critical baskets at critical times when – we needed them. You got BT and EJ out, and he and Tyler I thought gave us good minutes considering, like you said, like he's not. Ivan was out basically the first semester with some injury stuff, and with illness both. For him to come in and do what he's done the last 2 games, man, is big for us. He just gives us more quality depth, and Butts was out tonight. Dima didn't play, but you can always he's a reliable option. So. I just like the fact that we have options, man, when we go out on the court, and Ivan's now one of those in a big-time way.
All right, 5 of your next 6 on the road. This was step 1 in that journey. How do you build on this? Going to Lenore-Rhine and the Bears, who got off a 9-game losing streak tonight with a double-digit win over the UVA-wise Cavaliers.
Well, as you and I both know, this place is incredibly hard to win at, and the next place we're going in Hickory is really incredibly hard to win there. And they'll be extra fired up. They got a good home win tonight over Wise, and so we know that our work will be cut out for us. We got to get home, and we'll be getting back very late tonight, but we got to get to class tomorrow and lock in our preparation the next 2 days, and then go to Hickory on Saturday.
All right, Chuck. Pleasure as always. Congrats on the W.
Thanks, Kev.